Have you ever met an animal that changed your life? Not just a pet, but a wild animal, one that wasn't supposed to stay, but somehow felt like it belonged with you. That's exactly what happened to 9-year-old Lucy when she found a tiny, helpless magpie. She had no idea that the little bird, who she would later name Pie, would become one of the best friends she ever had. But here's the real question. How does a wild bird decide to trust a human? And when the time comes to say goodbye, how do you let go? This story is one you won't forget. Lucy wasn't looking for a pet. She wasn't searching for an animal to take care of. She was just a 9-year-old girl who happened to see a tiny bird on the ground, barely moving. The magpie was only 6 weeks old, weak, fragile, alone. Lucy could have walked away. Maybe someone else would have found her. Maybe nature would have taken its course. But something inside her wouldn't let her leave Pie behind. She picked up the little bird, took her home, and without even realizing it, started something incredible. At first, Pie was just a bird that needed help. She couldn't eat on her own, so Lucy fed her mealworms soaked in water, carefully making sure she got enough. She gave her a warm place to rest. She made sure she was safe. And with every small act of kindness, Pie got stronger. But something else was happening too. Pie wasn't just surviving, she was bonding. She started trusting Lucy, recognizing her voice, coming closer when she spoke. It wasn't long before Pie wasn't just a visitor anymore. She was part of the family. Lucy's family welcomed Pie with open arms. They didn't see her as just some bird who happened to show up. They saw her as one of them. And Pie? She made herself right at home. Her favorite spot, the sunroom. She would stand there, on one leg, completely still, like she was lost in deep thought. Hours would pass, and she wouldn't move, just taking in the world around her. It was like she belonged there. And honestly, the family couldn't imagine their home without her. Pie wasn't just a quiet bird sitting in the corner. She had a personality, one that no one saw coming. She played games with Lucy, singing, hopping around, even pressing flowers with her. But Pie wasn't just playful, she was a mischief maker. She loved stealing napkins, picking up flowers, scattering things around the house. You turned your back for 1 second, and suddenly Pie had taken something and put it where it didn't belong. And you know what? Instead of being mad, the family laughed about it. Because how could they be upset when Pie had become such a big part of their lives? Now here's where things get even crazier. Pie wasn't just comfortable in the house. She wanted to go everywhere. Garden trips. Pie was there. Family outings. Pie followed. And the most amazing part, she followed them on motorbike rides. Yeah, you heard that right. She would fly right behind them, as if she was part of the journey. Not because she had to, because she wanted to. And if that's not a sign of a real bond, I don't know what is. Pie wasn't just a random name. It had a deeper meaning, one that made her even more special to Lucy. Lucy's grandmother used to say magpies in an Italian accent, making the word sound like pie. So when Lucy named her bird, it wasn't just a name. It was a memory, a tribute, a little piece of family history. Pie wasn't just a magpie. She was a connection to something bigger. As the months passed, something started to change. Pie was growing up. She started coming by less and less. At first, it was hard. Lucy would wake up, go outside, and Pie wasn't there. She'd call for her, wait, wonder if she was okay. And just when she started to think Pie was gone for good, she'd come back. Not every day, not like before, but often enough to remind Lucy that their bond was still there. Pie had embraced her wild side. She wasn't just Lucy's bird anymore. She belonged to the sky. but that didn't mean she forgot. Every now and then, she'd show up, as if to say, "I haven't forgotten you." And every time she did, it reminded Lucy of something important. Some friendships aren't about how much time you spend together. They're about the connection you make, one that doesn't fade, even when life changes. Lucy never expected to befriend a wild bird. She never expected one small act of kindness to turn into something so special. But that's the thing about life. Sometimes the best friendships happen when you least expect them. And maybe, just maybe, if we open our hearts, if we take a moment to help, we might find connection in the most unexpected places. If this story made you feel something, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who loves animals. Because the world needs more stories like Lucy and Peas, stories about kindness, friendship, and the incredible bonds we can form with nature. Hit subscribe for more heartwarming stories. And don't forget to like and comment. We love hearing from you. Because who knows? Maybe the next great friendship story is waiting for you to tell it.